Many greetings from Spain. I'm really sorry not to be able to be with you for this important night to celebrate Robert. You know how much I'm grateful to Robert. He's the person who brought me to Philadelphia, and thanks to him, I had really the chance to spend so many years in this wonderful city with all of you. I remember very well also when he came to Venice. I was conducting La Fenice, and he asked me to become music director of the opera company in Philadelphia. And for me, it was really difficult to think to move my family. And I remember very well, we were at 2 o'clock in the office in Philadelphia, and I had the flight at 4 o'clock. And Robert and Jack told me, now you sign, and you don't leave this room until you sign. And I remember he told me, you take care of our opera company, we will take care of your family. And it was a wonderful way to convince me to sign. All these years, I had the chance to even discover even better his personality. And I have to say how much Robert loves Philadelphia and how much I had the chance to discover day by day his integrity. He was the first one to understand that David was the right person to take this company and to bring this company to another level. And so we have to say thank you also to him. And I have to say, in these years, to work with him, with David, with Steve, has been really a wonderful opportunity for me also to grow as a man, as a musician. We'll see Robert coming back to direct for us, and it will be always a great, una grande festa for all of us to be again together. Thank you so much, Robert, and really a big hug from Spain to all of you.
Robert Driver. For more than 2 decades, his name has been synonymous with the passion, momentum, and star performances that are the cornerstone of the Opera Company of Philadelphia. Night after night, the curtain has risen on a vast array of carefully crafted productions that have entertained this region's audiences with exhilarating music and compelling theater, winning critical acclaim and a loyal opera-loving community.
I first saw the Academy of Music in 1976 when I came for a world premiere of Menotti's opera here, The Hero. And I remember when I walked into the hall, I immediately in the intermission went and called my wife and said, I've found America's Opera House. It took me 15 years to get here, but it was a goal.
Robert's arrival came in 1991 when then board chairman Jack Mulroney conducted a national search that would lead to hiring Robert as general director.
Robert took over Opera Company of Philadelphia at a really critical moment in its history. It was a company that was formed in the mid-1970s as a merger between 2 pre-existing opera companies. Robert inherited a company that had a rough time. There was a large deficit. There was the Luciano Pavarotti International Voice Competition that in certain ways removed the company from its focus on its core mission of producing opera for appreciative audiences in Philadelphia.
Soon, however, the new and singular focus of being Philadelphia's producer of grand opera was paying off with a string of exciting achievements. Philadelphia's opera company was growing quickly and was more accessible than ever, making headlines. Robert soon worked with the School District of Philadelphia to develop the Sounds of Learning program, which has brought over 130,000 students to the Academy of Music for opera performances. And in 1994, Robert oversaw the development of the Opera Company Production Center, realizing a new production of The Magic Flute as its inaugural project. The center has since produced dozens of original productions that have been seen on stage at more than 40 opera companies in the United States and Canada.
Robert Driver was a real pioneer in the opera field. Today we talk so much about co-production and collaboration, but he really was an originator of a multi-company partnership when he had the opera companies in Indianapolis, Syracuse, and Memphis. Robert occupied that terrain decades ago before anyone else was doing it.
Whether spearheading new productions for the company, from A Delightful Grand Duchess for Stephanie Blythe to the unforgettable co-commission of Margaret Garner from Richard Danielpour and Toni Morrison, or conceiving innovative new productions himself, such as Don Giovanni with artist Raffaello Binsky, a new imagining of Beethoven's Fidelio with Jun Kaneko, or the American premiere of Phaedra, Robert has been the life force behind nearly 90 productions during his tenure.
Thinking about making this little tribute, we counted up the number of productions that I've sung in Philadelphia, and it's up to 11 now. And of those 11 productions, 7 of them were directed by Robert. And it's not saying too much to say that he is one of the greatest influences in my development as a singer, largely because he has an innate trust in singers.
Robert's casting of artists early in their careers, including voices like Anna Netrebko, Denise Graves, Juan Diego Flores, Nathan Gunn, and Bill Burden, is one of the hallmarks of his career, as are the bonds he builds with them.
Robert directed my first performances of Elixir of Love. He helped me to learn one of the greatest lessons in performing. He had staged the aria Una furtiva lagrima, which for a tenor is an intensely dramatic moment, and Robert staged it for me to walk downstage center and sit with my feet dangling into the pit and to sing the entire aria from that place. And what he helped me to find was a stillness that is a singer's greatest friend. And I will never forget that moment and that incredible lesson. And it has stood me in such great stead.
Robert's keen eye for talent often starts right here at Philadelphia's renowned Curtis Institute of Music and Academy of Vocal Arts, where students have benefited from his enthusiasm for emerging talent and all that he has to share.
We were just interviewed with Opera Now in London, and he said, wow, Philadelphia, it's really on the scene internationally, producing a lot of great singers.
Especially with the opera company here, the orchestra here, I mean, you really get you get to see a lot of international singers come in and out of here, especially upcoming singers. Philadelphia is really big on upcoming talent and upcoming musicians. It's really, really great city. And the people that have watched over us for the past
our musical family is here.
So many years are here, and so it's great to come back and perform for them.
To have this chance to sing a leading role in a professional theater while I'm still doing my master's is huge. You know, it's a huge challenge, but I also feel like Robert knew that I was up to the challenge.
Performing this abduction from the Seraglio in Italy last year, we have an extremely international cast. It never ceased to amaze me how Robert was able to speak all 3 languages at the same time and explain the same thing without missing a beat, without taking a breath. I felt just so unaccomplished when I heard him speak. I thought, oh my God, how can he do that? But he did.
Robert Driver has strengthened Philadelphia's deep operatic tradition, creating friendships and memories that will last a lifetime and paving the way for the company's bright future.
Hi Robert, this is Mark Stone phoning in from the UK to say huge congratulations on everything that you've achieved with the Opera Company of Philadelphia. Your shows are always so wonderfully thought out and brilliantly entertaining for the audience. They're a real joy to be in. And the atmosphere you create in the rehearsal room is so relaxed and friendly that Philadelphia has become to feel like my second home. Have a great night and see you very soon.
Robert, thank you so much for everything you have done for me, for the students at Curtis, for the Opera Company, and for the city of Philadelphia, and just young artists in general. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Robert, I send you heartfelt congratulations on all you've achieved in Philadelphia and around the country and internationally. I look forward to staying in touch with you and wish you great happiness and success in the next chapter of your life.
And I want to thank him for trusting me many times and for letting me express myself on stage.
Robert, I wish you all happiness as you embark on all of your new adventures, and I look so forward to our future collaborations. I hope there will be many, and I also look forward to being able to see all of the terrific things that you will continue to do, both for opera and in all of the other aspects of your life.
Tonight, we raise a glass to Robert's immeasurable achievements, and we honor his legacy and the many great performances yet to come.